Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Pastor Ricky Rouse.
Good evening again, council. Not gonna be before you long, because as you can tell by the way I'm dressed, I have somewhere I have to be. All right. But I just wanted to come and say amen to everything that Ms. McMahon just said. As I've been here before, and I know Mr. Grossman, you just said we're gonna set up a meeting for next week or sometime soon. It's not lost on me the surrounding demographic of Cape Charles. Being here, I see no kids playing in the street. I see no school buses going down the road. I see no families really enjoying themselves that are residents of the town. Now that the season has passed, it's pretty quiet. So where are the residents? Where are the people who live here? Where are the families? And as Ms. McMath just said, I know the last time I was here, it was said that you all don't control the market, how much things sell for, and we understand that. But as she just finished stating, you do have some control, some say, over zoning laws, over making things intentionally more affordable for everyday citizens. I just can't get over the fact that my wife is a nurse practitioner. I'm a pastor and a business owner. We have a good income, but I would still struggle to live here in Cape Charles, and that's absurd in my point of view. I know that there are areas outside of here, as has stated, that are being made more affordable and what have you, and that's great. But why don't those same persons have the ability to come here and make a life for themselves as well? So I'm hoping that with the upcoming, I've heard about the upcoming land area by the railroad. I'm not familiar with that completely. I've heard some rumblings about some land that is going to be developed possibly by the town or by someone else. But whether the town purchases the land and does something with it, whether somebody else purchases it and does something with it, the persons that I stand before, you all have some measure of control over what happens with it. So it'd be my hope that if we can't make something happen with the areas that are already been developed, the areas that are to be developed, we'll also keep in mind those who are less fortunate, those who are maybe among the least of these, but not necessarily those persons who are poor, but who work as teachers, who work in the town, utility department or wherever. Professionals who have decent jobs, but can't afford to pay $800,000 to $1 million for a home. Why not make part of that development a townhome community or something more affordable where everyday citizens can also take part in all that Cape Charles has to offer. As I said, being here for the past year or two off and on, it's a great town, but I believe that everyone should have the opportunity to be able to live and work and play in Cape Charles and not those who are just the most elite among us, because it seems like, it feels like, I could be wrong, I hope I'm wrong, but it feels like it's intentionally being developed to be a place for those who are of a certain status to be, and everybody else can go over there and play. You can come here and go to the beach and do whatever, but we don't want you living here. I hope I'm wrong again, but that's the way it feels. So I hope you all take that into consideration as you're continuing to develop, as you're continuing to make plans for the future, that you think about everyone. And I'm not talking about, subsidies for Section 8 or nothing wrong with that. I'm not talking about, necessarily making room for those who may quote unquote be poor, who may bring in some mischief. I'm familiar with that. I'm from Virginia Beach, a resort city, so I know how this works. But if the town council or city council are intentional about what you do, you can develop, you can continue to have $1 million+ homes, you can continue to bring in great tourism, all while still making space for the everyday average working class person. So that's what my heart's content is to you all, or my plea to you all, is that as you continue to develop, continue to make plans, that you'll remember everyone and not just those who are the most blessed or elite among us. All right? Thank you for your time.
Thank
Have a
you.
great rest of your meeting.
Thank you.